Please excuse me for a moment while I fill in these health and safety risk assessment forms. Let's imagine that what we've just seen was real. For Elizabeth to be unharmed and alive, I must hit the target every single time. I can't ever miss. Not ever, because if I do miss, I think you get the idea. These rarely used words from antiquity have been, not just in the secular world, but even in churches. But I still want to know what they mean. The English word for sin comes from archery. The archer would shoot at the target, but if he missed, the overseeing official would yell, "Sin!" The target had a mark on it, which the archer was trying to hit. In the Bible, sin is defined as missing the mark. But what is the mark that I'm supposed to try and hit? The mark is God's perfection, and God's perfection is made explicit in His law. That's the mark that I'm trying to hit. I'm trying to hit Torah and Nomos, which is perfectly obeying all the instruction and teaching in God's law. So, to win the prize, I must hit the mark every time. I must be perfect. The target is obeying God's law perfectly. And how can I live up to God's perfection? That's simple. I can. The word pesha is defined as a revolt and a rebellion. The dictionary defines revolt as refusing to acknowledge someone or something as having authority. Rebellion is an attempt to end the authority of a person or a body by rebelling. The ancient Hebrew understanding of the word transgression is a willful deviation from and therefore rebellion against the path of godly living. You don't deviate from a prescribed path by accident, do you? No, you go off the path because you choose to, because you want to. Transgression has willfulness in it. That's one thing that makes transgression different from sin. It's deliberate. The meaning of those words is to break the law, violate the law, overstepping a prescribed limit, overstepping a boundary. What is obvious from those definitions is that transgression is connected with the law, and specifically breaking God's law. Transgression is intentionally and willfully breaking God's laws and overstepping His boundaries to break them, and not caring. I know that everything here is wrong, but I want it. Now that I've done all that, I can go and indulge myself. Transgression is that easy. I can hardly believe it. I know that everything here is wrong, but I want it. What is iniquity, and how is it different from sin and transgression? Perversity is the first characteristic attributed to iniquity. The common Hebrew translated word replacements for iniquity look like this. Becoming crooked doesn't just happen. You choose to become crooked. That is intentional and willful, which is the same as with transgression. Twisted like a warped bow, which is a completely useless thing, indicates that twistedness will never produce anything good or be of any benefit or have any worth. The scales of deceit are in his hands, shows that twistedness always has a lying component in it. But here's the one that gets me. He takes pleasure in twisted ways. That's not a description of someone genuinely struggling to try and do what is right. This is describing someone who experiences pleasure at doing evil. To devise iniquity is to plan to do evil and to calculate how to do it. Iniquity is a premeditated choice to do evil. Another Hebrew understanding of iniquity is this. You exert every ounce of energy that you have to do the evil that you want to do, but when you've done it, it always ends up in vanity. So if iniquity always ends up in vanity, why do it? Iniquity entangles a person so much that it's impossible to break free, and the pleasure experienced from iniquity is just too intense and gratifying to miss out. The whole idea in making these films has been to find out the truth about Christianity, and I am succeeding in finding out the truth, but not in the way I was expecting. I never imagined that I would be uncovering the truth about me, what I'm really like. Sin? Yes. Transgression? Yes. Iniquity? Yes. The unholy Trinity.